This is a 16 by 24 acrylic print backed by the 3/4 inch float mount. Now the 3/4 inch float mount is our most popular backing. 3/4 inch gator board here, smaller than the size of the print, so it floats off the wall. And then it has that same brushed aluminum up here is aluminum prints, and here we have the sawtooth hanger cut out. The larger you get, you might have more than one hang point. So actually, let's go hang this on the wall right now. As always, know your artwork, know your wall, what you're putting into the wall, how to hang it. And again, the larger ones are going to have more than one hang point. We just have the single one here with our anchored screw. You have about 2 inches of play here in the sawtooth hanger to help you get it level on there. So in you go, hang it on the wall. And then if I need to level it, I can just pop it over one. And it's pretty easy to tweak. It's going to sit nice and tight to the wall. And then we're going to have the backing that's smaller than the print. Looks like it floats off the wall. It's really cool. That is our acrylic print with the float mount. If you have any questions, give us a buzz, or you can check us out online. Here I have a 16 by 24 acrylic print with the inset metal frame on the back. The inset metal frame is going to sit inside of the edge of the product, so it looks like it floats off the wall, and it is 1 5/16 inches thick, so about 1.25 inches, and it's going to have that wire hanger right in the middle. When you hang this thing, make sure that you take into account the play of the hanger to the top, right? Especially if you're hanging more than one piece together. So why don't we go to the wall and we'll hang it right now. As always, know your wall, the material that you're going to pound or drill into. This, we have just this single hang point here, not a big deal. Again, if you're hanging more than one, make sure you're measuring from the top to whatever the play is on the wire, because they'll all be a little bit different. But then I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it on here. It's pretty straightforward, and then it's gonna be very easy to level. And on it goes. Get yourself a level on here just to make sure that you've got that right. It's going to have bumpers on the back of the inset metal frame, right, so that it evens out and hangs plumb on the wall. Really beautiful presentation, easy to do. If you have any questions, just check out the website or give us a call. What I have here is a 16 by 24 acrylic that is backed by the inset metal frame with the cleat. When this arrives, the cleat is going to come with it, but you'll have an empty frame in the back. And you all know the inset metal frame. It is 1 5/16 inches deep, which is about 1.25 inches, and it's smaller than the print itself so that it will float off of the wall. So let me show you this cleat real quick and how it works. So this is the piece. It's going to be kind of hard to see here in the video, but you are going to put the flat part against the wall and attach it there, and then we're going to take that print and drop it right into that cleat. It's going to give you a nice level presentation. You could switch them in and out. That's kind of the beauty of the cleat if you wanted to do that. And if you can see here, maybe tough, but the holes that you mount these to the wall with are oval, so you have a little play. Obviously you're going to have your 2 anchored screws, but if you don't hit it exactly, you can compensate for it here with the cleat. So why don't we go take a look at this on the wall and see how to hang it. As always, measure twice, cut once, know your wall, what you're screwing into, etc. Here we have our 2 anchored screws, and we have the cleat on the wall. We've leveled it, of course, and made any adjustments before we've done that. So what I'm going to do here is the top of this frame is notched. So right above that bottom line, I'm going to hook it in there. So I come up to the wall, and I'm just going to drop it in there like this, and once it lays on the wall, it's level, provided I had my cleat level. And there's going to be bumpers on the back of this inset metal frame, so it's going to be perfectly plumb to the wall. So that is the inset metal frame with cleat on the acrylic print. Pretty sweet. If you have any questions about it, give us a call or check it out on the website. What I have here is a 16 by 24 framed acrylic, and that is where the acrylic sits off the top just a little bit. Beautiful presentation. This one has the wire hanger in the back. When they get larger, they're going to come with the corner brackets. Now, the wire hanger, as far as hanging this goes, they're all going to have a different amount of play, right? So if you're hanging several together, make sure you measure from the top to where this wire is taut. In fact, why don't we go to the wall and hang this one? As always, remember, look into what are you hanging it on, what are you going to hang it with. That's going to be weight-based and things like that. So measure twice, cut once, you know the deal. We only have one hang point on this one, but if I'm going really large, these get a little bit heavier. I might want 3 hang points like this, where the middle one is a little bit higher than the outer 2, just to help support that weight. But this one's pretty straightforward, and the good thing about wire hangers is you can tweak the level very easily. So I'm just going to drop this onto the wall, and then I'll get a level, of course, to make sure that I've done this properly. This will have bumpers on the bottom, so that, of course, it's going to hang vertically plumb on the wall and look great. And that's it. It's as easy as that. If you have any questions, just check out the website or give us a call. This is a 16 by 24 acrylic print with the standoff metal post. That's how we're going to attach this to the wall. It's a really unique presentation, and I really like these. The only caveat is you definitely want to measure twice and cut once. So you can see here on the side how they stand off the wall like that, and I'm going to go ahead and show you one of these assemblies to show you how they work. So this is the barrel here, and essentially it's going to come with all of its hardware, right? And it's actually going to come with written instructions that are pretty good, so you'll be able to follow along. Basically, this is going to be the screw that goes through the barrel, and it anchors into the wall, and there are wall anchors in the kit as well. So really that's the wall. It's just sitting there inside that barrel on the wall. And remember that these 4 holes that have to be drilled into the product to make sure that we can put that post through it, you want to make sure that all important content is at least 2 inches away from every corner, right from the side, top, and bottom. And then the other pieces that come with it is what we call the cap. That is this, and with the cap is going to come this post that I'm just going to screw onto it, and you may be able to see with the cap that there's a little black washer there as well. That's going to help keep this tight against the wall. And then it's really just as easy as turning this cap into the barrel. So in fact, why don't we go to the wall? Let's take a look at it. As always, you want to know your wall. What are you drilling into? How are you going to hang this? Again, all of the hardware comes with it, so it's all going to be sort of dictated for you. And I'm going to reiterate just one more time. Make sure that you measure twice and cut once, because this one is pretty precise. I've already got these 2 on the bottom here, and I pre-applied these on the wall. But I'm going to show you how easy it is at this point. I'm going to do it myself with one hand. All I'm going to do is line up the hole here and get the post in, and I'll start to turn it in. I'll only turn it in a little bit. You turn it until it's tight, of course. I'm going to grab my other post assembly here, and the same thing. I'm just going to turn it in, hand turn it is all you got to do until it's tight. It's going to sit about an inch, a little bit less than an inch off of the wall. Really interesting presentation, different colors to choose from. So consider this. Take a look at these standoff metal posts. If you have any questions throughout, of course, give us a call, or you can check out the website.